Welcome to episode 89 of the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast. I'm Jena, and today we are talking about chapter 7 of the book Atomic Habits and the truth about why bad habits linger for so long. All right, we all have bad habits, whether it's around food or fitness or sleep or water, all those things related to our health. Or maybe it's something unrelated to health, like, complaining about people. That seems to be a common one. Or being jealous of what you see on social media. Whatever the bad habit is, there's a way that we can get it to stop. And today I'm going to drop the truth bomb on you. So if you are interested in finding out how to eliminate some bad habits in your life and just stick with the good ones, keep listening. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey friend, welcome to the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast, where you will learn how to strengthen your body after pregnancy and finally get rid of the postpartum pooch in less time. Fitness can fit easily into your busy schedule. There's a simple way to navigate your postpartum journey, and I'm here to teach you how to do it without the chaos, overwhelm, and tears. If you are here for a little sweat, a whole lot of sleep, defined, tight, and toned muscles, and to live your life as a mom to the fullest, then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Jena, but you can call me Jena, and I'm a physical therapist and a mom of 4 little girls who has cracked the code on how to strengthen your core postpartum in the easiest way possible without the stress, exhaustion, or struggle. I did it, and now I'm here to help you do the same. It's all about progress, not perfection, and I'm here to help walk you through the journey to feeling strong, confident, and energized. That energy comes from within, not your coffee. Let's roll out your yoga mat and hit the floor, girl. It's time to do this. Hey Mama, I have a question. Were you once an athlete in college or high school? Were you a runner? Or maybe you played lacrosse or you were a swimmer? I don't know what you were as an athlete, but I know that you were in your glory back in that time when you were in college and high school, just running and being all athletic, and your body was fit and fabulous, and it was like the best you ever felt. But now that you're a mom, you just don't feel that great anymore. You feel weak and tired and lacking energy, and you just want to go back to that body that you used to have back in college where you had all the energy in the world. Well, I can help you get there. If you want to feel amazing again and have that energy and that strength in your body again as a mom, you can get there. And I always say to start with your core. Always start with your core before you venture into everything else. But it's so easy to repair your core if you follow my program in Postpartum Abs Simplified. If you haven't heard about it, it is my 70-day postpartum ab protocol that will help you restore your core first, and then you will be so confident in your body that you will be willing to try anything and get your body strong again after having a baby. So this is just the first stepping stone in the journey of being a fit mom, and I'd love for you to go on that journey with me in my program. If you're ready to sign up and get your abs fully repaired within just 70 days, and you'll be confident and strong in your body to try the water skiing this summer and to do all the water sports that you want to do at the local lake. If you're ready to be outside and feel good in your body and feel good in a bathing suit, then join me in Postpartum Ab Simplified. Just go to livecorestrong.com/PAS. Can't wait to have you in the program. Let's dive into chapter 7 of Atomic Habits, and the title is The Secret of Self-Control. Okay, so I always say that I have really good self-control, but it's not self-control. It's something else. It's something else that helps me avoid making bad decisions. So the chapter starts off with talking about addictions and how addictions can radically change if there was a change in the environment. Okay, so if you are a smoker and you want to stop smoking, stop being in an environment where there's smokers, or stop going to the bars, or stop going to wherever smokers hang out. Just get out of that environment and you're less likely to smoke. So that's an easy example. If you are overweight, if you are just overeating all the time, stop going to buffets, because buffets are places that stimulate you to overeat. You know, there's no self-control there, right? You just are eating and eating and eating. But if you stay out of buffets, you are more likely to say no to overeating. You can give yourself a small plate in your home. Set up your house with only small plates and not big plates, and you're going to be less likely to eat these big meals. And instead of eating ice cream out of a big bowl, you know what I do? I put ice cream in a teacup. And that has helped me to really portion control the amount of ice cream I eat at night on a Saturday night. I like a teacup. Now, I don't do that all the time. I do sometimes splurge and get like the big cereal bowl. But if I'm being really good, I will just get a small teacup and change the environment for my ice cream, right? I'm only putting what fits in that teacup. So is it self-control or is it really the change of environment? It's more of the change of the environment. And you go back to our previous episodes for Atomic Habit chapter reviews, the odd episodes. So go back to episode 87 and episode 85. You'll hear more about how the environment plays a huge role in your habits. This is a big cultural shift here. So in America, our culture is set up to, have big things, big plates, big portions, laziness, sitting on our couch, watching Netflix all night long. These are environmental shifts in our culture that are setting us up for failure, unfortunately, instead of setting us up for success. So, I always think about what if I lived in a city where everyone was healthy and everybody was walking everywhere and there were sidewalks everywhere? I know that I would live a healthier life. But unfortunately, where I live, there are no sidewalks and people aren't walking from store to store. They're driving literally from one store to the next store, even though it is literally walking distance. It's just the environment that we're in. So let's figure out a way that we can eliminate the bad things from your environment and change the environment so it's only good. James Clear says people who appear to have tremendous self-control aren't actually that different from those who are struggling. So I may appear to have really good self-control, but it's really not that. It's not my self-control. It's the way I change my environment. It's the way I've set up my home. It's the way I've set up my kitchen and the groceries that come in, and the way I've set up my playroom to have yoga mats all over the place for me and my children. It's the way I set up my sneakers all over the house so I know that I'm going to be wearing tennis shoes all over the place. I'm going to be walking fast everywhere, because if I'm wearing heels, I'm going to be walking slow and my heart rate's not going to get up. And I'm not going to want to go for long walks in the parking lot when I go from, my car to the store. If I'm wearing flat tennis shoes, I'm going to park far away and I'm going to walk further. So this is really just a cultural, environmental change, not necessarily self-control. Okay, so people who appear to have tremendous self-control aren't actually that different from those who are struggling. Like I said, they are just really good at changing their environment. That is so key. Okay, please remember that. So people who have good self-control actually spend less time in tempting situations. So disciplined people are better at structuring their lives in a way that doesn't require a lot of willpower and a lot of self-control. So it's a structural change of the way I live my life. So think about that for a moment. Think about you as a healthy person, and think about maybe someone that's not very healthy. How are your lives different? Do you structure your home environment differently? Do you structure your office differently in terms of surrounding yourself with water bottles or healthy snacks in a basket nearby? How are you setting up your environment to give you more self-control, I guess you could say, is giving you less of the opportunities to want these things that are bad? So if you are trying to avoid sugar, are you keeping sugar at your desk? Are you keeping candy bars at your desk, or are you keeping a bag of carrots at your desk? So that's the environment. You need to set up the environment for success, because you are less likely to walk all the way across the house to go dig in that cabinet for that candy bar if it's hiding far away. But if it's sitting out on your desk, you're just going to grab it. You're going to grab it so much easier, and you're going to eat it right away. So my bad habit example is pizza. We eat a lot of pizza in America, right? And they're at birthday parties, they're at, big functions, they're Friday night typical dinner for most Americans. So For me, I don't know what it is, but whenever I have pizza, I want to drink some soda with it. I don't want to drink soda. I know soda is absolutely horrible, but I just love that combination of pizza and soda. So for me, if I want to avoid soda, I need to avoid the pizza. And therefore, I don't buy pizza to keep in our house. Or if I keep pizza in the house, I like hide it all the way in the back of the freezer where I have to like go digging and I don't see it all the time. So if I avoid the pizza, the pizza is the cue that James Clear talks about, then I'm going to avoid the bad habit of drinking soda. But if I am surrounding myself with pizza every Friday night, and that's like our tradition, well, then I'm going to be drinking soda every Friday night. So I need to change my environment and get the pizza out of the house. So what is something in your life that you have as a cue that you just need to stop that so that you're not going to follow up with that bad habit? So is it hanging out with some friends that always like to do ice cream on Saturdays, and every time you go out with them, they're asking what ice cream you want, and you're just like, well, if everybody's eating ice cream, then I'm going to eat ice cream. Do you need to maybe change up the environment of maybe not going out to ice cream with your friends, but asking them to go for a walk at the park instead? How can you change up the environment? But I will say this. It is easy to backfire whenever you are in those environments. So like going back to the pizza example, yes, there's going to be pizza at my kids' birthday parties. And so I can't avoid that. So I do have to have a little bit of willpower to avoid drinking the soda when the pizza is around. So James Clear says that there's a lot of research out there that says that these bad habits are engraved in our minds forever. Small little triggers can set us off or can backfire us or spiral out of control where, just the smell of pizza makes me want to have a soda. So this is the hardest part, is that these bad habits are engraved in our mind. And that's why self-control is so difficult for people. Yes, we can have good willpower 1 or 2 times, and I can go to 2 parties and say, okay, I'm not having pizza today. And then I go to the next party and, oh no, I'm not doing pizza. But then the more it happens, the more I'm around pizza and I keep smelling that smell, self-control can only last so long. And so that's why people sort of break those bad habits, right? And they go into having the soda or having the ice cream or smoking a cigarette or whatever the bad habit is. So self-control can only last so long, but the environmental shift is what's most important. So reducing the exposure to these triggers is really what you need to do. You need to reduce your exposure. How can you do that? You need to make some big decisions. Do you eliminate buying pizza altogether and not letting it in your house? Do you have a conversation with your friends and say, hey, I can't go out to ice cream anymore. I'm really trying to avoid eating sugar every Saturday night. So I'm going to ask you guys to come to the park with me, or I can't go to ice cream anymore. So you need to be bold in your decisions right now. If you really want to make this change, if you want to eliminate these bad habits, you need to be bold about it. So I'm going to end with this. James Clear says that your energy is better spent optimizing your environment. Okay, resisting the temptation a few times and having that willpower and that self-control can only last so long, and it's difficult. So he says you might as well spend more time optimizing your environment. Okay, make good habits obvious and make the bad habits invisible. That is the key here. Take away the bad habits so that you don't see them. You don't see those cues. You don't see those triggers. Make it invisible and just put all the good habits right in front of you. Put the book out in front of your pillow every night so that you can read every night. Eliminate the TV and take the TV out of your room every night, or cover it up with a blanket so that you're not going to watch TV. That's a really simple example of how you're going to make the bad habits invisible and make the good habits visible. Can you make them obvious? What can you do in your life today to make a good habit more visible in your life? If it's fitness, get your yoga mat out and lie it out in the middle of your bedroom floor so that you are walking on it every day. But get rid of the chair in your bedroom. Take that chair out of your bedroom so that you're not sitting and lounging and scrolling on social media. Where is that spot that you're scrolling on social media? Cover it up with boxes. Put some cardboard boxes on that couch and don't sit on it for a month and see if you stop scrolling on social media. There are silly things that you can do, but if you are serious about this, you need to change your environment. Are you ready to do it? I hope so. And while you're doing it, remember to always live core strong. Did you learn something amazing today and feel like your mama friends would learn a lot too? You can have a huge impact on their lives and the lives of so many other moms by subscribing and leaving a review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts so the Fit Postpartum Mom message can spread all over the world. New moms don't need to struggle anymore. The answers are all right here waiting for them. So take 30 seconds to share it. Take a screenshot of this podcast, tag me on Instagram, and post it in your stories. But before you go, please head over to Apple Podcasts, subscribe, and leave a 5-star written review so you can help grow the Strong Mom community. I'd love to have you and your mom friends there with me. And as a thank you for being here all the way to the end, I have something special for you. I'm giving you free access to my training on how to safely start postpartum ab exercises in less than 2 minutes a day. Watch right now at www.livecorestrong.com/class. I can't wait to see you next time on the Fit Postpartum Mom podcast.